Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us today for the database tutorial for Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection through EBSCOhost Information Services. This database is a fundamental database for psychologists, counselors, researchers, and students that provides a wide range of subjects supporting the practice of psychology and behavioral sciences. The Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection is the ideal collection for academic libraries, healthcare organizations, and government and military entities. The subject areas that are covered within the database are anthropology, child and adolescent psychology, emotional and behavioral characteristics, mental processes, observation and experimental methods, psychiatry, and psychology. There are over 800,000 full-text information materials. Of those 800,000, over 600,000 are academic journals, 130,000 are book reviews, and 59,000 are magazines. To access the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection, you need to do so through your institution's learning management system. And for the University of North Texas, that is Blackboard Learn. We're going to select the UNT library. We will go to the library homepage. And because we know we're selecting a database, we're going to choose Databases. The Psychology and Behavioral Science collection can be found several ways. I'll show you two. We can go directly to it by selecting the database, and we know that it's offered by EBSCOhost, so we're going to type in an E and search for EBSCOhost and go. Now this method brings us to all of the databases within the EBSCOhost umbrella from A to Z. We know that we're searching for the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection, so we're going to choose the P and scroll down to find Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection. And this brings us specifically to the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection. The other way that we could have done this is by clicking on the home page, again selecting Databases, and we can look for the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection specifically, and get right to the main page for Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collections. Okay, so across the top of our database we have a menu bar. New search, subjects, publications, images, and more ways to search, which it allows us through indexes. Sign in, folder, preferences, languages, and the Ask Us feature, and if we click on that now, we can see that it will redirect us to how to contact a UNT librarian through the phone, or we can click Ask Us on the right, and it will provide us with an email form, so we can email the librarian with any research help needs. Back to our menu bar, we have the Help feature. When you click on that, a separate window appears with the EBSCOhost database research help and helping with the tools that EBSCOhost offers. It will provide what kind of web browsers we need, searching tips, browsing information, how to view our results, personalizing our EBSCOhost account, using the folders, saving and searching articles, printing and emailing. This is a very handy tool when you have any questions on how to best utilize EBSCOhost tools. You can enter in search terms here, or you can scroll through the menu and find what you need. Now you can begin a search, but if you have not set up an account, anything that you have found in your previous search will not be saved. If you get up and get sidetracked from your computer and you return, the database may have timed out and you will have lost all of your history. If you had found an article and you placed it in a folder, it may appear to be in a folder, but if you have not signed in, it is not actually in your folder. So it is very important to create a sign-in. So we're going to do that first. We're going to select sign in. And create a new account. And it wants very minimal information, your name, your email, and a password. Select Save Changes. Then you can go in and sign in. Now before I sign in, I want you to take a look at the menu up here in the folders. The folders are blank. When I log in, it will show a red mark in the corner indicating that there are items in my folder. After you sign in, the next thing that you should do is set up your preferences. This will follow you through any EBSCOhost database. We have our general settings from language. Run smart text search when query returns no results. If you have this feature on, it will send you alerts in your email when it has found new results that match your criteria. And this is important because there are weekly entries into these databases. Autocomplete search suggestions, when you have this feature turned on and you're in the search field, when you start to type in a word, a drop-down box will appear to help you complete your subject search. Give you some ideas on what to search. It's also helpful for spelling. If you have it turned off, the search box will have no drop down and no suggestions or offer any help. Continuing on with our preference setup, we have the result list display. And this is how you will see your search results, from standard, title only, brief to detailed. Page layout, how you prefer to see it, the article, image on or off, sort by relevance, database default, items per page, you can do as many as 50, and your print and email and save and export. Once you set this up to the way you like it, you hit save. It will save your preferences for every time you come into any EBSCOhost database. So the database has several different ways to search and search features. Along the left-hand side here, we have the new search tab, which is basically this field here. You can do a basic search or an advanced search or look at your search history. We can search by subjects. Clicking on the Subjects tab will provide us with an A to Z listing of any subjects that you may find within this database. You can put in your own terms. Let's put in MRI, enter, and it will provide us with a listing of terms and hints on what terms to combine to get results. It'll say use this method here. We can search by publications. Click on the Publications tab, and again we get an A to Z listing of all the different publications that post within the Psychology and Behavioral Sciences collection. One that I know of is the pediatric journals. So we can hit P for pediatrics, and you can scroll through and find that publication. Or you can search by indexes, clicking on indexes, and you're going to select your type of index, and we'll say subject terms, and we can put in MRI, enter, and again it will provide terms. And then we have the Images tab, and this is like the Google Images. It will provide you with only images, and the images are not just photos. You can select the kind of image you want. Do you want graphs only? Do you want charts? Do you want illustrations? So we can go ahead and type in MRI, and we would like to see black and white photos and graphs, and search. And the results will be images and graphs. You can select on the image, and here are the images, and it only supplies the image. You can go back to your basic search by clicking on this new search, or you can just click right onto the EBSCOhost icon, and it'll bring you back to the basic search page.